back, and no Holy Theater this week, so this will be kind of the takeover for it. This will also take place of Golden Dome Fighter from 3 and Common Flock this week, but we're back, we're alive, and it's good to be back. What up, Big Play Slay? How you doing? How's your night? How are the Lakers doing? I had to throw that one in there, but how's it going? How's your night been? But I think we'll lead off with Philly because, why not? Because I'll save Notre Dame for the middle of the stream because there's a lot to say on that subject, and especially because it was senior day over there. But let's talk about Philly and their big game today against the Saints. Now, they showed up. They definitely showed up. They showed out. Everybody showed up on both sides of the ball. TJ Edwards had a big night. Hurts had a big game. Goedert had a big game. Smith had a nice game. They showed up. I mean, you had Slay get a pick. Edwards got a pick. Edwards had 7 tackles, 3 assisted tackles. And, I mean, all in all, there was big games from everybody. There was some contributions from everybody. It was a good game. JJAW even got a catch. But let's get right into it. And I actually showed up prepared this time. And, well, we'll lead off with this. Tyree Jackson got his first career catch this week. This is a guy they praised a lot. I assume they're kind of going to slowly bring him into the offense and bring him into his role. So why not? Why not? I want to see what Tyree can do. They praised a lot about him. We saw what he could do. We saw glimpses. We saw potential. Let me see what he can do. I want to see what he can do. I think we all know what he can do, what his potential looks like, what he looks like, but let's see it translate to in-game on the field. That's what we want to see. Now, Tyree, he's been praised so much in the departure of Ertz that he better show up, or else Philly fans, I'm not saying I will, but other Philly fans are definitely going to give Sirianni and maybe Howie a little bit of flack for it. But at the end of the day, Goedert got paid. Ertz went somewhere where he could potentially get paid, and he landed on a good team. It's a win-win for everybody. Ertz is still a legend in this city, and I don't think anybody can be mad about that. Now, branching off from that, Goedert also went off today. And he definitely had a big game. I mean, he had, how many catches? See, I'm going crazy today. But he had 5 catches for 62 yards, but he made some great catches. He had some opportunities to get some catches. There was a bad drop or two, but at the end of the day, if you can redeem yourself for those drops, and he did, I'm not mad at him. And at the end of the day, he helped pull this offense along. And that's all you can ask of him, helping to pull the offense to a win. And he did that. He definitely did that. I can be proud of him for that, and I can be happy that he did that. Hurts also had a big game. He had about 60, 65 yards rushing. Big night for him in the rushing category with 3 touchdowns. Of all things, he gets 3 rushing touchdowns. But he also had a good night passing with how many? Exactly 13 of 24 for 147. He may not have had a passing touchdown, but that doesn't matter. He still got it done. He still got the team some touchdowns. And at the end of the day, he showed up too. He really showed up. And we can't ask much more of him in this week where you have Howard go down, who was the main rushing attack for a couple games. and you should have eased Miles back in the lineup, which didn't happen. But still, I mean, with what's going on, and with all things considered, this is a good game for him. I'm excited, and I'm glad he had a good game. I want to see more from him, a little bit more, but that's only in just getting your passes to the guys. Even though there was some drops this week, I will say that's getting the passes to the guys a little bit more. Don't lock on to your receivers as much and spread the ball a little bit more. But that's some little stuff that's been plaguing him all season. That and his scrambling thing, where he scrambles a bit too early. But that's neither here nor there. I can nitpick him on those all day, but I'm not going to. So, looking at, all right, what do we want to look at next? Hold on, 1 second. All right, I'm back. Ugh, the stuff is just not working today, technically. I was gonna say, do I have anything else to cover on the offensive side of the ball right now? Yeah, this. JJAW caught a ball. Let's go. I'm happy. I'm glad he got a target. We were joking earlier in Vic 3's pregame stream or postgame stream that he was probably like, "Oh my god, you targeted me for the first time this season. This hasn't happened yet." But for real, I'm glad he got a catch. I'm glad he got a target, and I'm just happy about it. I mean, I'm glad I like how they use him as a run blocker, but I'm glad they used him for something else that involves him with the ball in his hands. But now we just need that jumbo package with him, Tyree, and Dallas Goedert. I love it. I'd love it. It'd be awesome. All right, let me tweet the stream out. Ugh, I don't even know what to put as a title for this tweet. All right, there we go. I got it. I love trying to make tweets for streams because sometimes I have no idea what I'm going to title it, but I got it. Or what I'm going to say in it. I can't even speak. If I could English today, that'd be great. I had it a couple of moments earlier in a stream that I couldn't English. Although I'm still mad that Jonathan Taylor destroyed the Bills today. Still mad. All right, there we go. It is tweeted out. We are good. I have done everything I've had to do for the setup of the stream now. Now we can move on to the rest of the stream. But yeah, I'm glad JJAW got a target. And can't be mad about that, right? Okay, I just thought I'd like that again. TJ Edwards had a big game. No. Nope. My computer's doing things. Hold on. I hate this computer sometimes. But TJ Edwards, big game. Like I said, 7 tackles, 3 assisted tackles. Hold on. Was it 7 tackles or 7 assisted or 7 solo? No, it was tackles, 3 assisted. So 4 solo, 3 assisted tackles, 1 pick. Good night for Edwards, and a night he had to step up. I'm proud of him. I'm glad he stepped up. I can't be mad with that performance. I'm excited for what the future may hold because he stepped up when his number got called, when there were the 2 guys that were in front of him were moved out of the way. Wilson was cut, and Singleton dropped down on the chart. It was Edwards' time, and he stepped up. I'm proud of him, and let's see if he can continue this and show us some consistency in the future. Because if he can consistently do most of that performance week in, week out, I'd be happy with that. I would genuinely be happy with that. I know I didn't cover this week, but these on my channel. So the Goedert Extension. All right. I'm glad to have him back. I'm glad to sort that out now rather than in the off season. But I don't know. I don't know if it was a little too much or what, but I'm a little cautious on this contract right now. I want to see what the future holds before I can give a good or a bad on this contract, especially. But before I can really say anything about it. But hey, I'm happy with what we got. Maddox. Now, Maddox, he's been doing better as of this year. Good to lock him down too, but I'm not sure on him. I'm not sure I'm not sure if I'm set on him yet. I'm not. I mean, this is the year. This is like the year where you have to make a decision, but I'm not sure if I'm set on him. I don't think he's shown me enough to consider him. I mean, yes, we gave him $7.5 million. I'm fine with that, but I'm not sure if I can consider him long term right now. I'm not. But yeah, let's cut over into some Notre Dame territory. Let's do it. I'm excited. So this is like segment 2 of 3. You could say. Notre Dame brings it home on Senior Day versus Georgia Tech, handing them one of their biggest losses in the modern era. That's what I like to see. This is the Notre Dame that I've been waiting for all season. I was looking back yesterday at kind of where this team's come from to now from that Florida State game. It has evolved. I love it. I love seeing the difference in Freeman's play calling, in the way he schemes, in the way he moves guys around and uses his personnel. It's great. He's found his footing. That's what we want. And like I said, it was Senior Day, so it's all the more important for those guys to just deliver on that day. They've won 5 straight Senior Days in a row. Let's go. What do we want to start off on? Because I got a lot to talk about with this one. We'll start off on this Marshmellows and Seniors. The marshmallow tradition happened again this year where the seniors bring in marshmallows. Even though they try to stop it every year, they still get through with the marshmallows, and they were chucking them a little bit here and there during the game until the time came between the third and the fourth quarter. Everybody that started chucking marshmallows, especially them seniors, you saw a lot of marshmallows. You even saw a bag on the broadcast, probably more than one. I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, it was awesome to see. I wish we could have seen if they were doing crowd push-ups for some of that game, but I mean, you never know. It's Notre Dame. They probably were. They were doing that for USC. They were doing some crowd push-ups. I almost got in on it too. I should have done it in the first half because the second half I was hungry and I just didn't. I was just no. But that place is electric sometimes, and there was a lot of people still there for the Victory Clog and the alma mater. I'm surprised. I was surprised in a sense, and I also wasn't. But yeah, it was Senior Day, and it is going to suck losing some of these seniors. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss a couple of them. I'm gonna miss Jonathan Dewar. He's become one of my favorite Notre Dame players. I'm gonna miss him. He's one of the highest scoring Notre Dame guys right now. Between the kicker who came before him, and it was Justin Yoon, and then who was it? There was somebody before him. I think it was a former running back. I forget his name. I should know this too, but he is third in line. They said something about a running back. That's the only reason why I remember who number 2 was. But it's gonna suck to see him go. I'm gonna miss him especially. You never know. Bramblett could leave. Probably not, but you never know because I think he's got 1 year left. Jack Coan obviously is leaving. Avery Davis, you don't know if he's going to get that med red shirt. I'd say it's possible that they can get him through for a med red shirt and get him back for another year. I'm hoping they do, because if you know the kind of guy Avery Davis is, if you know the personality he is and everything, you want him back for another year, because he did not deserve to go out like that. Nobody does. I don't know. It's sad to see him go out like that, and I hope he doesn't. Because if he does, it's just depressing, really. I don't want to see him go down like that. No, none of us do. But yeah, I mean, Myron Tagovailoa-Amosa and Kurt Heinisch, two of the guys that play for the Brotherhood, aka the Brotherhood is the O-line and D-line, but it's also everybody. That is Notre Dame. They are the Brotherhood, for the Brotherhood. And two of them are leaving. Myron Tagovailoa-Amosa and Kurt Heinisch. I'll talk about Tagovailoa-Amosa's big man touchdown later that almost got called back. I'm glad it didn't. But I mean, Kyron could leave early. He shouldn't. I think he needs another year before he can really put himself out there. But if he's gonna leave, he's gonna leave. I really don't know what to say. I wish he wouldn't. I mean, Josh Lugg, I think he's leaving this year. If he's leaving, it sucks to see him go. He's versatile. We saw him fill in when there was the injury to Jarrett Patterson last year. We saw him perform. We saw him move over to the guard spot. He's jumped, I think, a little bit between both spots, and he's shown that he can play. He's shown that he's a valuable part of this O-line, and it sucks to see him go too. Kane Madden, the transfer in from, it was Marshall. He's performed this year. He stayed healthy. I'm glad he came in. Yeah, that was one last spot you had to fill. And like I said, I'm going to miss Kurt Heinisch. I think one of the Adamiola twins is gone after this year. Justin Adamiola is not listed on this show. Oh, wait, yeah. He's Justin and Jason. Justin is staying for another year. He's got 1 year left, but Jason's gone. I don't want to see him go. Myron Tagovailoa-Amosa, like I said, he's leaving. Bo Bauer, Shane Simon, Drew White, those three linebackers. Bo Bauer, he's also grown to be one of my favorite linebackers. So is Drew White. They're leaving. Shane Simon. I mean, those guys are all instrumental parts. I think Simon could get a red shirt though, but he's got it. He's open for it, so why not? I didn't really see him too much on the field. Isaiah Pryor, he leaves this year, and Houston Griffith, Tariq Bracy, they both leave. And like I said, Jonathan Dewar is also leaving. It'll suck to see Bracy leave, though. I like Bracy. I also like Pryor. They're both good players. I'm going to miss them a lot. I'm going to miss a lot of those guys. And Kyle Hamilton. Hamilton is probably, I almost guarantee you, he's leaving early. It doesn't matter if he's got that pinched fat pad or not. He's probably leaving. I'm going to miss him. Here's to hoping that he does good in the NFL wherever he goes. Here's to you, Kyle. But, man, it sucks because now, once the season ends, I'm going to get all depressed because these guys are leaving, and I'm going to have a couple of videos on Notre Dame in the senior class, and it's going to get me sad. At the end of this year, I plan to put together highlights for every single leaving guy of this departing class and do that every year on that I am doing this. And this year's going to suck because there's a few guys that I'm really a fan of that are leaving this year. One of the Adamiola twins, Drew White, Bo Bauer, Jonathan Dewar, Kyron's leaving, Kyle's leaving. I mean, Avery Davis could leave if he can't get that med red shirt. It's going to suck. It's going to suck. I hope we can get a med red shirt for another guy or two also that went down early. Foul, I think you can maybe able to get a med red shirt. And then who's the other linebacker I'm thinking of? Whose name's slipping my head again. But he went down for the season. If he can get a med red shirt, I'd be happy with that. But all in all, it sucks, but it's got to happen. That's the chain in the NCAA. Myron Tagovailoa-Amosa delivered big on his final game in the dome, or in the Golden Dome, not Golden Dome, but in the house that Rockne built, and he delivers on a touchdown. He got that ball, and I was watching this. As he gets that ball, I'm yelling, go, 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 because what this kid's been through this year, from going to starter to losing his father earlier this season, to be naming captain, to getting it's so good to see him getting what he deserves. What up, Big Play Slay? Thanks, man. I'm happy the Celtics won, and I'm sorry your Lakers suck right now. I mean, I like seeing them suck, but I'm sure you don't, and hopefully you guys get better because I want to see a tough game next time you guys play us. I want to win, but I want to see a tough game because it's always fun when the Celtics and Lakers have a tough game against each other. It'll be good in 2034. Oh, yeah, you never know. But yeah, let's get into Jack Kiser pick 6. Jack Kiser. Yeah, I wasn't actually watching. I was on my way home at this point, but he got a pick 6, returns it all the way on Jordan Travis, and I think that was the time where the defense really stepped up. That was a turning point for the defense to go from great to even better, and that's when they just locked down. They locked down. I'm so happy that they actually showed up, because if there was a time to show up, one time or one of maybe 2 times to show up this year, now is the time. That and bowl season, because that's when it counts. Bowl season. But this was one time I'm glad they showed up. And I think that Salerno may leave too, as I look through these. Salerno may be leaving. Oh, I hope Salerno's not leaving. I need to look at his eligibility, but Salerno is by far one of my favorite players in Notre Dame history. If he leaves, I can't even fathom it. I don't want to think about it, but I'll talk about him a little bit later. I got to check his eligibility again. But Jack Coan. This is rounding out a great season at home, and there's one more game till he rounds out a great season away. I'm going to have an overlook right after our regular season. I'll have a regular season outlook, and then after our bowl game, I'm going to have a full season outlook and talk about the future, and then I'm going to have another branch off talking just solely about the future and kind of thinking a lot of that out. And let's hope this all works out for the better. Jack Cohen's leaving. The big man transferred in from Wisconsin. He couldn't get a spot at quarterback. He got dropped in the charts. He comes here. He shows up. He balls out. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of what he did here. It's going to suck to see him walk just because we just got settled in here. The Logan Diggs hurdle. This. Oh, it was awesome. Estime later in the game, a guy who came in with Diggs in this class of 2021 tried to do the same thing. It was a little far to the left and a little too low to get over the guy to clear him, and I think it was a bigger linebacker. It didn't work, but Diggs definitely got him. Let me see if I can find the clip. But if there's one clip that I want to play, I don't care if YouTube gets me for this one. It is this clip, because when that happened, I started yelling more than I had all night, because it was just when you're a freshman, pulls that off, and all of a sudden the whole team just gets electric. That translates. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to pull up the tweet. There we go. All right. Let's share this. Oh, have I got it pulled up right? Yep, I'm good. Let's share this. If I can get this set up. This is definitely going in one of my videos later this year. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. It will be seen at some point in a video in the near future. But, come on. There we go. Now it's working. And
Johnson for a 26
this was the play.
It's an outstanding individual effort. Mandy Alonso gets penetration right now, almost gets a tackle for loss. A sidestep
Boom. Clears him.
by Diggs. And how about the athleticism to go up and over?
I was so excited when that play happened. It was electric. Like, he cleared him. Usually, I'm so used to watching Philly, a guy get cleared. Like, Epps in the Niners game, what was it, this year or last year? And when I saw that happen to Epps, I was like, really? Here we go. That was awesome. Seeing the freshman do that, it gives you hope for the future. I mean, it gives hope with him and his teammate. Because when Kyron goes, I mean, Tyree's here for one more year. When both of them are gone, there is a bright future behind them. That's not counting the guys coming in this class, because I think there's a running back coming in this new class of 2022. And I forget who it is, but if they're at all as good as these as Estime and Diggs, I'm excited for the future. This is a Notre Dame team that is kind of in an in-between year, and they're showing up, and they're making conversation and making waves. You can't be prouder of a team. So let's get to this, and we'll get to 3 other topics. And we'll get into a little bit of Celtics talk, and then we'll end there, because I'm not feeling 100. But Pyne, Buchner, in the future. Pyne and Buchner are no doubt your future. Pyne's going to have 1 to 2 more years of eligibility with next year, because he's a redshirt sophomore right now, and Buchner is a true freshman. Then you've got Ron Prowse Jr., who is a freshman who's getting redshirted, and I think he's done slight signal calling. I'm not sure. And then what's his name? Number 8. He got his moment. I want to say Cade Cassius or something. I forget what his name is. He is signal calling. He got his moment last night, but I mean, you've got Prowse behind there, who also came in the same class as Buchner. Another guy who's going to get the red shirt, but Buchner and Pyne right now are your future, and as it stands, I think Buckner's your long-term, but Pyne's also your vet. So I think you roll with Pyne to start next year, and then you hand the reins over to Buchner, and then Buckner's your guy, as long as he can sustain success and sustain stability in his role. It's his time, it's his place, it's his spot, and Pyne's just going to have to compete. He may pull a Phil Jerkovich and leave and go somewhere else his senior year or his grad transfer. That's fine. But, I mean, if you stay here for one more year until we can fully know or not if we can turn the reins over to Buchner and you've done your part, I thank you. We all thank you. Buchner is the future, though. And we're going to see if he truly is the future. Not this year, but next year when he gets a shot. Then I've heard rumblings. Hamilton back late for bowl season bowl season if it happens. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm hearing a lot of rumblings of it, and then I hear a lot of rumblings that it's probably not. You never know. I mean, Hamilton's always there on the sidelines, just like ready. Wants to come in, wants to be there, wants to be playing alongside his guys, but he's just not cleared. I mean, the moment he's cleared, I can guarantee you he's playing. It's possible he gets cleared by then, but I can't give an answer until the game. I wish I had an answer and it was yes, that he got cleared and he could play. But I can't give an answer. Ramon Henderson at safety more. They spoke a lot of good things about him, and I'm hoping they can play him a little bit more there because he excelled when he got the playing time a couple weeks ago. It was, I think, against the USC that he got some time. I don't remember the exact game, but he got a little time, and he showed up. It was not USC. It was 2 weeks after. It was 2 weeks after because the week after it was all DJ and Houston, and then there was Ramon mixed in. So let's see what Ramon Henderson can do. Let's see. Let's definitely see, because if you can make him another Sean Crawford where you can toss him around between both spots and use him to the best of his ability and he excels at safety more, do it. Do it. It would be beneficial for everybody to try it. I mean, unless the dude all of a sudden it just stops performing at that safety spot, it can't hurt. And then finally, Freeman taking steps forward. Freeman's definitely taking steps. I mean, we've seen a lot of development. We've seen those steps forward, and let's hope he takes more, because if so, that just means we're getting better and better, and he's got more and more of a future, more and more of a bright future. I saw a lot of potential in Freeman when he came in. He's a great recruiter. I was like, great, you're a great recruiter. I'm hoping you're also a great coach, because I don't know if he's gonna last more than a year or two here. Maybe not even a year long, or another year. Who knows? But I don't know how much longer he could last, but utilize Freeman while you can. He's finding his groove. He's a great recruiter. He's getting into a good play caller. If I were any school, I would be happy with him. He's doing great. He's starting to find that spot. He's starting to find what he likes, what packages are working for him, what's not, what packages he can and can't run. I'm happy. I'm glad. I want to see more. I want to see more of the great things from him. I want to see more great adjustments. Let's see it. And finally, I don't have any banners for this, but the Celtics, they've had a good week. They overcame the Lakers. They've had a couple wins. They beat OKC. They've been pulling their weight recently, and I am just excited. I'm excited for the future. It feels like they're starting to find their footing. It feels like they're starting to find their personnel. Even with a couple guys out here and there, Robert Williams has had some moments where he's been out. Al Horford has had some moments where he's been out. Both of them have been in and out of lineups at times. But hey, I'm glad we have that depth there now, because it's working. Grant Williams had a nice game when he came in came in recently for Grant when he wasn't playing. I mean, I can't be mad. When these guys are showing up and these guys are performing and these guys know what they're doing, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Let me find the exact clip. Now I'm not going to be able to find it. There was one from the Celtics game, because I forget what the quote or what was it? The quote or whatever. Not quote. The banner. Because it showed Schroeder. And I actually want to pull it up because it's kind of funny. No, that's not what I want. Hold on, let me... If I can actually find it, I'm telling you, we always have these things where I either don't have it ready or I go to find it and I can't find it. All right. I've got it. I've got it. Let me pull it up. I've got it. That's all I need. I want to make the joke once. I've got it. Hold on. If this... I just have to look it up. Here we go. Let's share this.
But we're just going out here competing, try to get a W, and that's what we did tonight.
Had a lot of words for Russell Westbrook. Care to share any of them?
I mean, me and him going back and forth since OKC. That's my guy. That's my big brother. He's been taking care of me, since I got to OKC. And when we on the court, we just competing. So end of the day, he had words for me. I have words for him. But end of the day, when the game ends, we brothers.
Oh. Why do I almost break something or hit something every time? Jeez. But yeah, that was... I am so glad that they trolled him like that. And, hey, I'm just excited that Schroeder did good. The whole team did good that game. They did good for the season. And I can't be mad, or so far late this season, not the season, but the last stretch of like a week and a half, they're starting to show up. That's all I can be happy about. And let's hope a lot of the stuff that's happened pays off, because it's everyone else's loss and our gain with some of the stuff that we pulled off, especially the Schroeder move. And I'll end it with, hey Lakers, why you guys paying Russ $44 million over this guy when he just went off? But anyways, you know who I am. Hopefully, there'll be more content through the week. Holy Gator should be back next week. Papasaurus is flying back from a wedding, I think it was. So, Papasaurus, if you're watching, I hope it went well. Thank you to everyone who is watching, and who will watch, whether you watch for a second, a minute, or an hour. It is much appreciated. You know who I am. Hopefully, there'll be content back within a week. Go Notre Dame, go Eagles, go Celtics.